Gbadamasi Lawal, PhD. He's been nominated by the President and is here to face the committee. He's been nominated as the National Coordinator and Chief Executive Officer of National Social Investment Program Agency, NZIPA. And I'll encourage my colleagues to please be set with their questions. But before we go into that, may I ask Mr. Gbadamasi to please introduce yourself to members of this committee.
The distinguished chair, the deputy committee chair, the distinguished members of this great committee, senators representing Katsina State, Senator Muntari Danduse, Katsina South, Senator Sani Zangon Daura, Katsina North, other distinguished personalities. Good day, everyone. Good day, sirs. My name is Dr. Gbadamasi Lawal, an associate professor of health education. I was born in Katsina State, in Charanchi local government area of Katsina State. Schools and institutions attended. I had my primary education in Charanchi town, Charanchi Primary School. My secondary school education, Katsina Teachers College, Katsina. College of Education, Kapanchan, Kaduna State. Ahmad Bello University, Zaria, Kaduna State. University of Lagos, Akoka Campus, Lagos. Bayero University, Kano, certification. I have primary school certificate in 1973, grade 2 teacher certificate in 1981, national certificate in education in 1984, bachelor's certificate in education, Ahmad Bello University, Zaria, 1987, master's in health education, University of Lagos, Akoka Campus, 1992, PhD in education, Bayero University, Kano, 1998. Experience. I had opportunity to teach both at the primary, secondary, and tertiary institutions in Nigeria. I lectured for 25 years in Bayero University, Kano. I was a visiting senior lecturer, visiting associate professor in Puduma, Federal University, Dusama, visiting associate professor in Umaru Musa Yar'Adua University, Katsina State. I had started my career in teaching as a graduate assistant, and I rose to the rank of associate professor in 2014. Merit award attached to education career. I was the best student in physical and health education.
Sorry, I have to butt in. We have your CV in front of us. I will advise members to go through the CV we have before us, and I will advise you to stop at this point.
Thank you, ma'am. I was part of the campaign, PCC campaign committee, the deputy director, SDG, Tinubu Shatima campaign team. I was also the zonal director, Katsina State, for Tinubu Shatima Dikwaradda campaign team. I was also the campaign coordinator of General Muhammadu Buhari for 8 years. I was 3 times commissioner in my state, and 1 time special advisor higher education. During Governor Masari administration, I was the commissioner of education in the first. During Governor Masari administration in Katsina State in 2015, I was special advisor to higher education to Governor Masari administration. Thereafter, I rose to the rank of a commissioner of education. When Masari regime came to the second term, I was also commissioner of education. Before this appointment, distinguished chair, other distinguished members, I was the commissioner for local government and chieftaincy affairs in Katsina state. I was board member, Katsina State Polytechnic twice, chairman Ruwasa Katsina State, and community services. I was chairman of many parastatals. Hockey Association, Katsina State, Parasoccer, Katsina State. I was chairman Cadet Association in Bayelsa. These, among others, distinguished are some of my political appointments, supports. I was 5 times gold medalist in hockey event during my youthful days. That was when I was younger. I had the opportunity to attend to national camp in 1981 when we were preparing to go to Kenya for engagement, hockey engagement. I was 2 times silver medalist in hockey event, and I was 2 times bronze medalist in the same event. I am married happily with children. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, distinguished chair.
But listen to his political appointments, his endeavors in life. For nomination, are you familiar yourself with the responsibilities of your office?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me just 5 minutes?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
What you served with since your nomination by Mr. President?
Thank you, ma'am. The act that established the commission, therein, I was able to see the program managers which I had to work with, who I should work with. And currently, there are 4 in number. National Program Manager, Conditional Cash Transfer. National Program Manager, Grant for the Vulnerable Groups. National Safety, Social Safety Net Corps. And National Program Manager for School Feeding. These are the 4 program managers that the agency and myself will work with to be able to achieve the mandate of the establishment of the agency, which is saddled with the responsibility to take care of the poor and the vulnerable. The poor and the vulnerable in Nigeria are the fundamental mandate for the agency to take care. And I, as acting national coordinator, here to be confirmed, I saw in the note, if confirmed, said it was a responsibility to oversee the administration of the agency to also monitor, coordinate for the effectiveness, efficiencies, and impact of the programs to the Nigerian population who are poor and the vulnerable, to collaborate with the state government because they have replica offices to be able to achieve the same aim, to come up with mechanisms for accountability and other regulations to ensure successes of the program, to keep record so that we can be able to come up with annual report of the program, to supervise and all budgeting and procurement activities of the agency, the beneficiaries. I'm also able, when I read through, I saw different categories of beneficiaries that the program will take care of. For instance, the group for the vulnerable, group, the manager, national program manager for the vulnerable, will take care of the vulnerable people in Nigeria, which are so many as a result of the happenings. The conditional cash transfer, in which they will liaise with NASCO department or NASCO program through the National Social Register, we could be able to come up with members, persons that have been profiled in that register for payment of stipends. Last week, while we are acting, we were able to pay the stipend to about 991,261 persons who are beneficiaries. Also, the school children, the pupils at the primary level, the school feeding program is up to take care of about 10 million children in Nigeria. And the essence of this is to enable enrollment. By the time you feed school children in Nigeria, you can be able to have about 5 or 4 reasons. One, to reduce dropout in Nigerian school system, especially at the school level, to increase enrollment of school children, to improve retention and then completion of primary school education. This, we found the program was on, but due to one reason or the other, it is almost suspended. So the JEEP, there is also a program called JEEP, Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program. This particular program is the kind of program that takes care of traders' money, farmers' money, market money. And these are monies that are provided to individuals in need to be able to improve their living standard through participation in small and medium enterprises in Nigeria. I'm also able to learn that the program may have a board who will be saddled responsibility with a chairman. Members of the board are derived from various parastatal agencies, and then I will serve, if screen, I will serve as the secretary of the board. These are some of the few things when I read the act, I'm able to abreast myself with. Distinguished Chair, thank you so much. Distinguished members, thank you.
Thank you, as the national coordinator of NZIPA. Before I proceed with my questions, may I ask our members if there are questions, comments, moderate comments, please. Moderate comments, yes. Whatever it is, within 2 minutes. It should not be more than 2 minutes. You raise up your hand. Call you. Senator Ganduse. Senator Ganduse. I recognize Senator Ganduse.
For giving me the opportunity I'm very grateful, and my respected colleagues, I'm from Katsina State, and this gentleman, off your mic please, is from Katsina State, and I'm glad to be in this screening committee with your contribution in terms of making me in this very important committee. Madam, I want to assure you, Dr. Badamasi, we have served as local government chairman together. He is one of the best brain we have in Katsina State and performed wonderfully in terms of discharging his duty. And he is a very loyal and obedient servant in terms of not even wanting to make things difficult for anyone that is under him, even if he is less privileged. So this opportunity given to him, I believe, in the next 1 year, when he came for budget performance, if he was recommended and approved by this committee, I will be happy and glad to tell you that he was doing well, and he will serve with all sense of humility to ensure that our vulnerable population in Nigeria benefited from this important program which was approved by Mr. President. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you.
Seasoned technocrat and also a seasoned politician. We value his inputs, especially as he served Katsina State to the best of his abilities, and I believe he will bring the same kind of dedication and focus to the new assignment should the Senate confirm him. So with that, I think, so that I stay within the limited period of time and give my other colleagues a chance to also say their bit, I would beseech the committee and members to kindly confirm our nominee for the position of National Coordinator, Chief Executive of INSEPA. Thank you very much.
I want to thank you once again for. We're highly honored, and we know Mr. President has done his homework very well and has found him very fit for this position. So we want to thank him, and from what my other colleagues from Katsina State have said, we have no objection. We are very glad to have him nominated for this position. So also our honorable governor, whom we a very humble person, highly intellectual. His face, you know that he's not somebody that jokes, but he's very humble because he knows him very well, and who found him very very fit, very prudent in the management of public funds, so, which stands him out with over 50 publications to his credit. Lead as the national coordinator and the chief executive officer. Very practical person, and this you will find if he's confirmed, whom I know to be a very humble. Thank you very much, Chairman.
Came into my office. I thought would have been there since it's an opportunity that I would not. That gentleman you see there is a childhood friend of mine. We began playing hockey in the last 38 years. One of the very fine hockey player in the country, and he represented this country severally while in his playing days. And a thoroughbred academician, a very resourceful person, very serious-minded person. And I think when I heard that the President in Commander-in-Chief has nominated him, and then I know that the President is trying to get into the grassroots of people who have people at their resource. But Badamasi is an extensive politician, calm academician, administrator. So I am very positive with what he has, with the kind of knowledge he has gathered over the years, the experiences, his academic background, his knowledge of this country. Is going to do a lot of service to Nigeria, and in particular to the President Commander-in-Chief. I recommend that this committee finds him worthy of this nomination, and pray that he doesn't disappoint the President, doesn't disappoint the country, and doesn't also disappoint the committee. Lastly, I want, when Badamasi is confirmed, you could say I'm calling him his first name, to remember that this committee confirms him, and it is the only bridge between him and the executive. So that every given time he has challenges, let him know that the committee will be there for him. So if the committee wants him to do some certain things, the committee should also be comfortable in asking him to do it, so that he will understand that it's a worthy son of Katsina, and I'm very sure he will make all of us proud. I so submit.
Well, so anyway, can you please speak with us?
Good afternoon, everybody. So Ireti Kingibe, representing the Federal Capital Territory. I have looked at your CV, very, very impressive, a great academician, as well as a fantastic sportsman. And I wish you were female, but that notwithstanding, I still support your nomination totally and completely in spite of your gender. And should the Senate confirm you, I will personally completely support you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lali.
For your comments, we'll consider it.
My colleagues, Professor Badamasi, one thing I noticed is that all the three senators from Katsina State have given their support for your confirmation. And also I can see from the other side, members of the House of Reps from Katsina State, about 7 to 8 of them are here. This is a clear indication that you're a man of impeccable character. And we will have no doubt, believing that from your CV, you will perform credibly well if you are confirmed into this position. The only thing I would just want to ask, and for the purpose of clarity, I have seen from your CV, and the CV seems clearly that you are still a commissioner for local government and chieftaincy affairs in Katsina State. Is that the position?
No, sir. I have
that is what the CV is saying. You look at it.
If it is not, tell us the situation.
Okay. I have resigned my appointment with the Katsina State government. I took appointment on action capacity on the 14th of last month, August 2024. Probably it must have been an oversight when I write Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy from that to date. To date, it means up to today. Today does not...
Noted.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. But the success at the local government level is what earns you my support, because you have mixed with the people, you have seen the people's problems right on the ground. And I'm sure you will be compassionate when you are going to handle the common man's issue. So you have my support. Congratulations once more.
Thank you in commending you on this appointment by Mr. President. Okay. Maybe again, let me just say again, my name is Binos Yaro. I represent Adamawa South. I have also scanned your CV, and by virtue of all the qualifications you have, you are eminently qualified for this job. I therefore lend my support. But I just want to observe that your CV does not really give us where you have worked experience outside of political, because you just said political appointments. And it is as if all your life is political appointments you have been engaged in. So I would have been happier if you had indicated the way you have moved in your career from maybe graduate assistant, lecturer 1, all the way to associate prof. And then the intervening periods that you have gone to serve as commissioner, it would have made more sense to me. But having said that, Prof, this work that you have been appointed to do is something that is full of controversies. We know what has happened, what is in the public space concerning the kind of things that go in there. I just want you to tell us what you are going to do differently so that people cannot associate you with the kind of things that have happened in that sector and that agency in particular, So that really is my comment. Thank you.
Do you answer all the questions after?
If you listen to all the senators that have made their comments, they spoke in the same vein, but I might be different a little bit. We all represent various senatorial districts, which means we represent the people. The people you are going to work with that are down. My concern is not today, but tomorrow after you've taken office and you see a note from a senator who represents people, how you react to it, or a member of the National Assembly, so that you don't see us as enemies, but you see us as partners doing the same job, which is you're working for the people. So my little advice is, see us as your partners, and also don't discriminate. That's my little comment. Thank you.
Colleagues, our nominee and members from the House of Representatives, I congratulate you for your nomination. I will listen to our colleagues who are from your state. I want to let you know that you have an uphill task. More than all the other offices you have handled. You had Senator Bino Ziaro, what he said about the challenges of the office we are going to. The second one that is more important is the fact that you have all these people lying behind you today. You cannot afford to fail Nigerians. I can see that you are a grassroots person. Having served as local government chairman twice, and also have been with the people. I want to admonish you. Please, the demands of this office is enormous. Going to what has happened in that office before. So I want to plead with you, do not disappoint Nigerians, not just this. I thank Mr. President for your nomination, and I want to implore you to kindly discharge your duties and also see the National Assembly as partners working with you. Thank you.
Chairman, colleagues from the...
I want to thank the nominee to answer some of the questions that have been posted to you.
Comments.
to make Nigeria proud, to make the poor and vulnerable see the difference between this and the previous administration of INSIPA. And we'll do everything possible again to ensure the rules governing the agency are followed strictly for the betterment of Nigeria, for the betterment of common man, poor and the vulnerables, who are so many now due to calamities and disasters that uphold our communities. And I want to assure every other person that will never be different from the previous experiences we have in life. We have come a long way to serve Nigeria in various capacities, and I assure you we will do the same. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What are you going to do differently?
That's what I'm saying, sir. What I will do different is I will follow the rules governing the establishment of the agency, because our little experience now enables us to see where the failures are. And by the act, and by the programs, and by what is obtained in Nigerian situation, the only way forward is to uphold the rules and regulations, establishing the agency so that we can succeed. So definitely, sir, Senator, sir, distinguished member, Hero, sir, we will make the difference by going rules and regulation, not business as usual. Thank you.
Distinguished members, I have a few things to let you know about concerning in relation to that office. As alluded to by one of our senators here, they have the image of that office. I want you to tell Nigerians that we can do better. I want you to prove to Nigerians that that office is actually for them. Justice, fairness, and equity should be your watchword. You should also know that all the programs in that office, particularly cash transfer and all of the JIB and the rest, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria wants an improvement in the existing situation. As you resume, get yourself familiar with the budget of that office and see how in our 2025 budget we can achieve set goals in that office. See how you are going to manage the office, particularly those who have been appointed with you. See how you can direct the workings of that office to ensure that things are done and are done properly. For us, members of this committee, we'll sit down after you leave us to consider, to do some kind of consideration amongst us and do our recommendation to the Senate. But remember, all of these are fathers that are on this left side of the table. They are all here because of you. Remember in everything that you do that you must not let them down. A lot of positive things have been said about you, and we are glad that the President, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, had appointed somebody worthy of their commendation. The rest is now left with you if confirmed. And I want to believe that by the grace of God, you will not let anybody down in the course of discharging your responsibilities. For now, that will be my comment. You may take your leave. Take a bow.